half a ton of muscle, horn, and primal instinct. Standing on a ledge where a single misstep means a 300-meter fall. This is the Chubuku, the mountain snow sheep of Yakutia. And on the opposite ridge, watching with the patience of the rock itself, is a man who believes he can kill it with these. No safety line, no rifle, just 2 knives, a coil of rope, and a mind engineered for vertical murder. In minus 71 degrees Celsius, a gun can jam. A bullet can wound and lose a precious carcass down a ravine. A knife in the heart is silent, certain, and close. Dangerously close. The hunt begins with a climb, not towards the sheep, but above it. In the thin, screaming air of the ridgeline, every handhold is ice, every footfall an act of faith. The cold sears the lungs. This is the first filter. If the mountain doesn't kill you, you earn the right to face the beast. Up here, physics is the ultimate predator. A gunshot's echo can trigger an avalanche. A wounded sheep will leap to its death, taking a winter's worth of meat with it. The knife is not a choice. It's a necessity born of the landscape. It is the only way to harvest this particular freezer of meat, suspended between sky and stone. For Dorzo's clan, this single animal is more than food. It's a strategic resource. 500 kilograms of meat and fat will feed a dozen families for months. The horns become tools. The hide becomes armor against the cold. The risk is calculated against the reward of communal survival. He is not a hunter. He is a high-altitude procurement specialist. Now, the true test. The stalk. He must descend silently onto the sheep's level, using the wind, shadows, and rock to become a ghost. One dislodged stone, one crunch of ice, and the giant will vanish. It is a chess game played on a cliff face, where a wrong move is your last. Dorzo is now within 50 meters downwind. But the sheep's primary defense isn't smell, it's vision. A full 340-degree panoramic view. To approach, he must move only when its head is turned, exploiting the blind spot directly behind it. It's a stop-motion dance performed over a fatal drop. Dorzo explodes into a silent, low sprint across a 10-meter open patch of rock, sliding behind the next cover just as the sheep's ears twitch. He reaches the final barrier, a narrow, windswept ledge, the sheep's chosen fortress. It's a killing ground with no retreat. On one side, a sheer rock face. On the other, the void. The sheep finally senses him. It doesn't flee. It turns to face the intruder. The negotiation is over. The fight is now. This is where centuries of instinct collide. Dorzo draws both knives. He doesn't charge. He advances with a low, balanced crouch. The sheep faints, jerking its head. The sound of horns scraping stone is like grinding teeth. The distance closes, 10 steps, 5. The air is electric with imminent violence. The sheep charges first, half a ton of momentum on a ledge 2 feet wide. Dorzo doesn't try to stop it. He moves with it. At the last second, he pivots, slamming his body against the rock face as the horns graze his furs. In the same motion, his leading knife strikes down, not for a kill, but to sever the massive tendon in the passing rear leg. The injury doesn't kill, it anchors. The enraged beast turns, trapped on the ledge with a crippled leg. Now it's all horns and thrashing weight. Dorzo is inside its guard, a terrifying place to be. He takes a glancing blow from a horn that would have shattered ribs, grunting with the impact. This is no longer a hunt. It's a knife fight with a mountain. Exhaustion is the great equalizer. The sheep's movement slow, its breathing labored. Dorzo finds his moment. He locks an arm around the massive neck, not to choke, but to steady. With the other hand, he drives his longest knife up and behind the shoulder blade, seeking the heart. It's not dramatic. It's efficient. Final. A shudder runs through the giant, then stillness. The kill is only the first half of the work. Now, he must butcher a 500-kilogram carcass on a ledge, in minus 71 degrees Celsius wind. It is a gruesome, meticulous engineering task. His knives, now tools of dissection, work swiftly. The meat must be quartered and secured. For the most dangerous climb of all, the descent. He loads himself like a pack animal, a haunch on his back, another slung in front. The weight is crushing, threatening to pull him off balance with every step back across the treacherous terrain he climbed. This is the true test of the hunt, not the courage to kill, but the strength to carry life back from the edge of death. The victory is gone, replaced by grinding effort. He reaches the base as the Arctic night falls. He doesn't look back at the mountain. It is no longer a glorious beast, but a stack of dark, frozen packages. He has conquered the cliff, the cold, and the beast. All for this. He takes a handful of clean snow and scrubs. The cost is etched into his stillness. In Yakutia, the mountain gives up its life reluctantly, and it takes a piece of yours in return, carved out with cold and blood, one perilous step at a time.